You get to a certain age where it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I'm there now. Years ago, I didn't realize I was there.
Right. What happened?
All right, Mike's live.
You're
live. Good stuff. So. Well, good evening, everybody. Tonight, it's February 12th, 2026 at 7 p.m. This is a meeting of the Village Board of Trustees for the Village of Nyack. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a short remark. I last weekend attended the Black History Month celebration at the Nyack Center that they have every year, where they have an oratory contest. And they have honorees. They had several honorees. Congratulations to them. But truly, the oratory that they display with a group of kids that I don't know how many they ultimately start with. They bring about 9 to the event, and then from the 9 they pick the 3, who then do their oratory, and they pick they give the first place, and all of them were tremendous. And our thanks to everybody who puts that on, and to the Nyack Center for hosting it. It's a really lovely event they have every year. And I do want to say on another matter that really congratulations to Susan Wilmink and Tomas Schneck, who have done something extraordinary with the Angel. I just went last weekend. They had Lewis Black there for an interview, and he performed at the end. But they've had so many remarkable performances there just in the last year, and they've only really been active for a little more than a year. And it's become really a mainstay of the community, and it didn't exist 2 years ago at all. So they've really done a tremendous job, because every week or two there's something significant happening at that space that might not have happened in Nyack. Because I talked to Elliot Forrest, who's the director of Arts Rock, who now does a lot of his events there, and he says, yeah, they're doing more programming now because they have this great venue for it. So my thanks to them for putting that together. It's really they did a remarkable job, and it's really extraordinary. Anybody have any remarks from the Village Board of Trustees?
Yeah, I just wanted to make a mention. Hello. Okay. That I've been in touch with Rothland Conservation and Service Corps about bringing a repair cafe to Nyack. Hopefully, it'll be later on in the fall. We have to find a venue for it, and then I don't know if any of you have been there or brought things to be repaired. Last year in Pearl River, I had a lamp that wasn't working. I brought it there, and they have tables with the different types of repair offerings. Brought it to them, and 1, 2, 3, they got it working again. They replaced the part, no charge, and I think it would be a great thing to have in Nyack. So hopefully in the fall we'll be getting that organized.
Yeah, I think we've had one like years ago at
Yeah.
the Nyack Center, so
At
that
Nyack
might be a good venue.
I know. I heard Nyack Center. I'll be talking to Kim.
Or wherever, but yeah, that's a great idea.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Joe.
Is this any reports or just certain things?
Anything you want to say?
Okay,
Sure, open mic.
okay. I'll save you from singing. I was at the Housing Authority meeting earlier this week. And so they're looking, they have this board seat open that's available, right?
Yes.
On their board. And also they have 2 positions open. One is a maintenance supervisor and one is for a regular maintenance position. It's a position that does not require a test from civil service. And I was wondering maybe if we could put it on our website as well. I think it's on their website.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Can you make a note that we should put in the newsletter any openings we have should probably be in the newsletter every week. That'd be a smart thing to do, because the newsletter goes out to a lot of people in the village. So let's put it in the newsletter as well. And we can mention also the board openings that we have, both for the housing authority, and I think we now need an alternate for the planning board. I think we're okay on the ARB
In zoning.
and zoning, we're okay. And we filled up the planning board except for an alternate, and we need somebody on the housing authority.
Yeah.
Okay,
And one other thing, their board is having, issues with their email, which is the Outlook, I think, 365 that we're currently on.
Talking about the housing authority?
The housing authority. So, they were saying that, most of the board members are having issues. And I was wondering if, because Rosa was really good at, training us on it as well, if it would be at all, if she will be at all available to add some support to them.
I want to say yes, but within limits. They're their own organization. Our IT consultant doesn't do their computers. But we always pick up the phone and try to help you when they call.
Okay. So that came up. So that's all I have.
Pascal's getting settled. If you have anything you want to jump in, we're doing the comments. Anything you want to throw out there?
Nothing.
Okay. All right, we'll now open it up to public comments. Oh, hello now. We'll now open up to public comments on any topic. We usually say not on the agenda, because if there's a topic on the agenda, we're open for public comment when we get to that topic on the agenda. But any issue that's not on the agenda is open, fair game for now. Anybody? All right. It's not time for the public hearing. I believe we have to wait till 7:30 for that. So there's a public hearing on the community development block grant.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that it was,
Oh, we don't, it's not like the notice, like the
I'm
ones we
not
have.
aware of that. Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to it. Let's adopt the minutes, then I'll see what we have some visitors here. I'll make sure that they, we don't keep them here to sit through a public hearing on the block grant. Unless they want to. That may be right here. Okay, can I get a motion to adopt the minutes?
Motion.
Second.
Any comments or questions about the minutes from January 22nd?
I have a general comment that normally.
Hold on, I get to Linda. Linda, you comment on the minutes, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, Linda sent all of us the minutes a couple of weeks ago. But normally, shouldn't it be part of the packet that we get?
No, because it's draft, should not go.
That's, okay, so that's the reason why we didn't get it. in the
Correct.
packet. Okay, that answers my question.
All right,
Mayor, the clerk has found the public hearing advertisement that community development published, and the hearing is at 8 p.m.
oh, so we have to,
So we'll give you a fair warning when it's a little before 8.
Okay.
Switch over to that.
okay. Sorry. We,
Good times.
is it, you can get pizza or something and come back at 8 o'clock. The,
Is there a specific reason?
Or say something now and.
it's what it was noticed for, and we don't notice it. That was noticed by the county, notices this particular public hearing. It wasn't one of our
This is
notices.
also our meetings. Let's remember, our meetings start at 7 now,
Yeah,
so we schedule public hearings, we should start them at 7:30.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
it will from now on. We'll let the county know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have a lot of exciting things to talk about before we get to the public hearing, so our guests can enjoy that. The first of those is the 6.1 resolution 26-24, the audited voucher summary.
Excuse me,
Like,
we didn't vote on the minute.
oh, we didn't vote on the minutes, I'm sorry. All in favor of accepting the minutes?
The team?
Okay, motion carries. 6.1, resolution accepting the audit voucher. Since we have time, why don't we read the whole summary? From top to bottom. We'll go through every item on it. Can I get on the table?
Motion.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Action item 6.2, resolution 26-25. To authorize the hiring of Christian John Amano as part-time employee in the building department. Can I get it on the table?
Motion. Second.
Any comments or questions?
Yeah, I'd like to know a little bit about this because we did hire 2 code enforcers last year. And you say lack of staffing, I don't know what that means. This is part-time, how many hours per week? You talk about $23 an hour. Need to know what is gonna be budgeted for, what will the person be doing? And I have a general feeling that, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe this is not the venue to talk about it, about the general amount of staff in the village hall. And, we keep on adding and adding, and it seems to be a lot of people working here, which I'm not saying, I'm not impugning any of their activities or any of their roles, but we need a better accounting of what's been happening in the village hall. So I think adding another staff, and there's another staff member, the next resolution, I'm 100% behind that, because we have to replace Nabeth.
Right.
And, Mary is, I'm sure she's overworked, and we need somebody there. That absolutely, I have no problem. But I'd like to know what the additional part-time employee in the building department is gonna be doing.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
This is a funded position. According to our treasurer, so the village board did set aside this money in the last budget process. And I can't speak in detail for Manny's rationale, but it relates to workflow and matters that he feels aren't getting done because of a lack of time. That's a generality, because I don't.
This is not a position that previously existed,
No,
but it was in the budget, so you
right.
had the position?
The funding for the part-time position, we checked with Kyle to make sure it was funded.
did Manny put in a memo or anything on why he needed this person?
No, I don't have that.
But did he put it, was there a request made during the budget process that we approved? I don't remember talking about adding a staffer there, but it's a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Is there is it time of the essence for this person, or can we table this until we have a little bit more clear information?
Next meeting is in 2 weeks, so.
I- Here's my take on it, is that for a part-time position, I generally would defer that's in the budget. I would defer to the person who runs the department to know what their staffing needs are. If it was not in the budget, I would say that we have a little bit more of an issue, but if it's in the budget and it was a position that was approved in the budget according to the treasurer, and it's something that that they've been running short staff for a while.
Yeah, there's substantial savings because Nabeth, how long has that vacancy been for? At least
It's
several
been like
months.
Yeah, so
since midsummer.
August or
For a
something.
Yeah.
while, so that staffing line.
They're not accrue any, so we're gonna be below budget no matter what, even if, but this person was in the budget, so it'll be below budget.
Right,
I mean, I would say that, I would say that my suggestion would be that going forward, let's try to get notice to the board when there's a suggestion of hiring somebody before we get a resolution of somebody who, my guess is, has already been offered the job and has already
Right.
accepted. Yes, okay, so let's in the future, let's put those things out before, like, there's a need for this, let's explain the need before we get presented with a resolution that someone's already been
that's fair,
hired,
that's fair,
okay?
yeah.
How many hours will they be working?
Part-time it's less than 30.
17 and a half.
17 and a half is the max,
17.5 hours a week.
Yes,
It's the max they can work.
correct.
right?
Oh, okay.
Any more than that, then you qualify for full-time. Salary and benefits and union membership.
Okay, well, look, I'm not going to vote no, I'm gonna probably abstain on this vote. But in general, I agree with Joe, we need to be informed about these staffing issues.
Listen, I understand the argument that if somebody's in the budget, we've already approved it, but if somebody's in the budget and hasn't been hired for 7 or 8 months, then we sort of need to know why all of a sudden now, why we're 10 months, 11 months into the budget season. We were able to do without them for most of the budget season. In fact, we were able to do without them and the person that we're doing next for 11 months. And And indeed, it's a department that we put a lot of money into a software system that was supposed to eliminate some of the paperwork needs. So I think it's worth, for future reference, keeping that in mind, that if we're going to, even in a situation where the person's budgeted, that
Right.
we should be
I
notified.
understand what you're saying
Yeah,
completely.
okay, we're good. All right. Any other comments or questions? All in favor? Aye.
I,
All opposed? Abstain?
One abstain.
One abstain. All right, next up, 6.3, resolution 26-26. The board authorizing the hiring of Kelly Signorile, I may not mispronounce that correctly, forgive me, as senior clerk typist in the building department. Can we get it on the table?
Motion.
second,
This is less of an issue than the last one, because this was a position that there was somebody in that position, that person left. It's been empty for a while, and you hired someone to do it. But even in that situation, we should probably be notified before an offer goes out, just that you're planning on doing it. Does anybody have any objection?
Right.
Establishing the need for it. Progress has slowed down because we've been short-staffed, that kind of thing, just so.
can we at least see people's resume?
Yeah.
It's in the packet.
It is?
Yes.
All the resumes are there.
But this.
But seeing it before
Yeah.
the hiring, the decision gets made. And I don't think that we're gonna second guess the hiring decision. It's just a matter of, we want to have it established to us that, okay, the money is necessary to spend on this. It's not a huge amount. I mean, we're talking about the part-time person is gonna maybe be $400 a week while they're working. But it's still it's money that goes out the door.
That's absolutely a fair point.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one, though, we don't have the same issue, because this was a position that is refilling a position that had been filled when we did the budget. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Aye, motion carries unanimously. 6.4, resolution 26-27. Application for let's do that next. Resolution 26-28, approving the mayor's appointment of Leila Vrabel to the planning board for a 5-year term. Can I get this on the table?
Motion. Second.
This is Leila. She's our addition. Why don't you come up and say hi if you want? She's our, we referenced before the planning board, we'd filled the vacancy on it. We do still have a vacancy for an alternate. But Leila stepped up and she's gonna do it. Tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Sure. This is on? Hi, I'm Leila Vrabel. I lived in Nyack since about 2020. I'm a licensed architect in New York State, and I've been working as an architect for about 15 years. I work for a firm in the city. So I have a wide range of experience that I think I can bring to the board. I've done projects nationally and all over the tri-state area. So I have experience on the other side of the table, so I'm looking forward to being now on the board side for this term.
It's much more fun asking the questions than answering them.
Exactly.
From experience, I will tell you that.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for volunteering to take this on.
Sure.
It's an important responsibility. It is a moderate time commitment, not an extensive time commitment, but it's a moderate time commitment that takes away from family and friends and your life and everything like that. So you do that it's a sacrifice you make for the village and for the betterment of the community, and we're very grateful for you doing that.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
Welcome.
Thank
We have to vote though. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimously. Welcome to the planning
So
board.
Jameson's
Yeah, Judy is my husband.
and the two cute queen girls.
Yes, the 20 girls. Yeah, turning 2 next week.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
welcome and thank you. You don't have to stay for the rest.
Thank you. No, actually.
Go ahead, you can continue.
Okay, you have to whisper more whispery. 6.6, resolution 26-29, approving the renewal of the revenue sharing agreement with the library parking for the parking enforcement. Can I get on the table?
Motion.
Second.
All right, Andy, just explain what this is about.
So briefly, the library owns that parking lot. The village enforces parking regulations. There's a revenue share. The library gets 60%, the village gets 40% of all revenues, including use of the app, use of the meter, and from fines paid through enforcement. It's a agreement that's lasted for a long time. we're proposing to amend it a little bit, to make it easier. It comes out to the same amount of money every year, but it's rather time consuming to actually calculate. And so we're proposing that we just do a flat rate instead of an exact calculation of all of the revenues and costs that come out. The cost are things like the staff time it takes to do the enforcement and things like that. So the last few years, it's been $14,750, rather amazingly consistently year to year. And so we're just saying, let's just make it that flat. That's the 60% going forward. That's the change.
So does nothing change because our parking, like how much we pay for parking and how much tickets are stay the same?
If we change the parking fee, we want to change this.
This agreement?
Yeah, that's a really good point. If the village board chooses to raise the hourly rate on those meters,
Mhm.
we want to take another look at this cost share, because that would be a greater revenue.
And would we be able to do that before 2028, or would that have to happen after?
I'm gonna work with our attorney to make sure that our agreement says if we change our parking rates, we can open this thing up for renegotiation.
Okay, does that need to be in the resolution?
Sure, why not? Put it in there.
Okay, thank you.
Let's just amend that.
Sorry, Dennis.
Unresolved.
Motion to amend the resolution to indicate that the amount will be renegotiated in the event of a change in parking fees.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Okay, so the amendment's now in there. All right. Okay, any other comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. I think the only thing that's, the only negative of it is the fact that people will now say that we have an incentive to give tickets out, because before we were splitting with the library, so now the library gets to say, hey, we don't want you to get tickets. We don't make money the more tickets they give out, but we actually do. So it's another reason why people complain about parking, which, as you know, is one of my rants, one of my pet peeves. 6.7, resolution 26-30, approving the adoption of a policy requiring village contractors to certify participation in apprenticeship programs. Can I get this on the table?
Second.
Andy, you want to explain what this is about?
Sure. So the back in 21, the village had adopted by a resolution an apprenticeship requirement, which was not enforced. For reasons I'm not aware of.
But that's not why we have the new resolution.
Right,
The new
the
resolution.
new one is a updated version. And the substantive changes are that whereas previously there was a threshold of $500,000 for a construction project. Now it's down to 250, which would capture more projects in the village this scale. The requirement is essentially that a contractor participate in a certified apprenticeship program, so that when they're hiring labor for their job, that they can show that they have an agreement with an apprenticeship training facility that provides that labor. That they may get the apprentices or they may not, but they have to show that they have a plan to do that.
It's basically, I had a meeting with the trade labor unions in the county this week. This is something that's always been very important to them because the apprenticeship program, in terms of bringing people along into the unions, into the skilled trades, is an important component of union labor. And I'm, I think that the unions built this county, and I think that, I don't know, I think we're all generally supportive of the union labor and what the unions do for our communities. So I was happy to talk to them, and I was happy to review this with them. Andy's been really helpful in going over it, and I appreciate his work on it as well. Any other comments or questions? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 6.8, resolution 26-31, a renewal of the administrative services contract with Visit Nyack with an increase from 8% to 10%. Can I get it on the table?
Second.
We talked about this last week, where we've had this arrangement with Tomas to, and Visit Nyack to review all of the applications. The work has actually increased because there's a lot more applications than there used to be. He's also done a really wonderful job, like he really tees it up for us. You've seen what he does when he comes in, he goes through all the, but that's really a small part of what it is, because he also monitors their work, he approves their, their draw of any money they want to get. It's a significant amount of work, and you know, the 8% was a good deal, 10% still a good deal, for what he puts into it, and I'm very appreciative of the work he does on it. Any other comments or questions?
No, I agree with you that he does a great job and puts a lot of energy in. And the 2% is probably a drop in the bucket considering what he does.
Yeah, I think he earned that money.
Mm-hmm.
This goes to Visit Nyack, right?
It doesn't go to him, it goes to Visit Nyack.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not, he doesn't get paid, but it's his organization, so essentially it funds things that he does, you know, as part of that organization. But he doesn't get paid personally now. Anything else? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. All right. Department reports. I don't think we have anything new from the OPD. Andy, I don't think I have anything. I have nothing new. Do you have anything new?
I have a lot of new things.
Oh, you have
No.
from village administrator,
Yeah.
not the OPD, village.
No.
Well, let's just make sure we have nothing from the village clerk before we get into your.
Right, I'm just about to
Village
say.
clerk, no? Shoot, I was really looking forward to that report.
And nothing from the
Yeah.
town attorney, the village attorney.
Village attorney, He doesn't even get on the list. He got pulled off the list.
Exactly, and I'm gonna ask.
We
him.
really should return him to the list. If you're gonna be on the list, he needs to be on the list, because he occasionally does have a report. He occasionally has one. All right, village administrator report. You have many things.
Just a reminder, we discussed this before, when we get applications to use the senior center, and when we worked on filling out our food truck permitting, the board told us that you would like us to work on that without bringing it for actual votes to the board. I just wanna make sure that we're still all on the same page with that, because we're starting up our food truck recruitment process, and we do have an occasional request for the senior center, and typically we handle those just internally.
Why don't you put them in the packets and notify us of what you did, just so we know? We don't have to approve it, but we might look at it and say, ooh, wait, for next time, maybe this is what we should do, so.
And again, with anything like an event at the senior center, if it's big or questionable in some way or unfamiliar, or I feel like it has costs for the village, I would bring it to the board.
Okay.
But in this case, just a reminder to myself, it's the annual meeting of the community garden
No,
membership, and
Oh, those people? Oh,
Hey.
but it just feels like, why make that a resolution and a vote, and
But I don't understand, is this for the food truck that serves free meals?
no, I'm talking about the senior
Senior
center right now.
About the senior center?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as far as food trucks go, the village policy has been that we permit 2 food trucks plus the ice cream guy who can roam around the village. The 2 food trucks are just for the park.
From the park.
That's the received policy. I'm not sure it's written anywhere. It might be somewhere. And so we're recruiting. It's possible that we would permit more than 2 food trucks if we felt like we could fill the schedule out better that way, so we'd have more food truck presence. The taco guy was very, very consistent, and I think the Pina Loca was pretty consistent this past summer. But if it feels like they're just not showing up, we might try to fish out another food truck to make sure we have somebody down there.
It's a grinding sound.
yeah, I know.
of the
Yeah,
hearts right
that's
now.
like he,
It's like, I can't remember what it is. It's like, is somebody making a margarita in a blender?
Haven't heard that since. I'm nine.
So what does this have to do with the community garden?
They're 2 entirely different topics, but they're both in the class of topics, which are things that I want to remind you that we handle internally rather than bringing to the board. So one of them is permitting for the senior center, and the other is permitting for food
Okay.
trucks.
Yeah, I do
Let
remember.
us know what you do. Let's just notify us what you do so we can keep track
so
of
that
it.
we could see.
Plus, we might want to know what events took place at the senior center, so if we recognize
Yeah.
groups that we're familiar with, we can say, oh, how was the senior center? And stuff like that.
Sure.
That's all.
I mean, I
And if
do
you
also
want to
remember
reverse
this.
their position, that's fine too, let's add it to the agenda.
Yeah, no, I do remember this conversation because it was around like birthdays and stuff like that that do also take place at the senior center.
Right.
Like, I don't necessarily think I need to know if there's a 5-year-old having a birthday. It's sort of like great, use the space, but I also know like we have community meetings there and stuff, and Meals on Wheels like uses the space, and we don't
Yeah,
pay attention to that, so.
We almost never turn those things down.
Yeah.
In the sense
That's
that-
why-
So it's like,
Yeah.
why
Seems a
go
little-
to,
Well, yeah,
so let's just know about them,
Yeah.
notify us about them.
advice.
I feel like the food trucks, I definitely slightly wanna know, only because it is the park and like. If we see people who aren't actual licensed food trucks down there, it doesn't help to know who's supposed to be there versus
He's
who's.
now giving them a window decal or some sort of
Okay.
placard or something, so that you should be able to walk up and see that
Okay,
our ice cream guy is.
well, he
So,
roams around.
so the rule is we have the roaming ice cream truck and they're not supposed to be making noise, just so you know.
Totally defeats the purpose.
Yeah, we've had
They're
that
not gonna
discussion.
Well, no, we didn't like him having, playing the noise
But he's
just
not.
on a loop when he was in the park.
Right,
When he's driving around,
Yeah,
the
we
noise
did
is
look-
okay.
yeah.
you're right, okay,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay, because that's not, he's not
I mean,
staying in one space, driving everybody nuts.
Right,
yeah.
It's when he was in the park for 3 hours,
Yes.
yeah, then
With
yeah.
the
you don't wanna
storm
play
going
the song.
on,
Yeah.
and you're trying to enjoy yourself in the park.
That's coming back to me, yeah, I do remember that too.
So he
It was definitely
is-
just a summer conversation.
I need more information from him. He seems to be proposing 2 ice cream vehicles. And I'm gonna bring that back to you if I ever actually get a formal proposal from him, because then he'll be in the park and roaming and you'll have to decide whether
Yeah, I don't
that's
know how I feel about
more.
that.
than-
I'm sure how I feel about that.
Well, if he parks by my house.
Oh, okay.
You get a lot of ice cream.
That might be much, that might be much. I also think that we said at one time in the past that we did have a preference for local vendors. It hasn't come up much, it only came up in the Bongos Fries was the only one that came up. I don't know if then he didn't apply the year after
Yeah,
that.
Bongos hasn't shown interest in this permit.
Okay,
But
Does he
Taco
have a
Boys
spot?
has, no?
Tacos, yeah, they're
Yeah,
very
they're
great.
great, yeah,
They're
yeah.
very-
that's Taco Boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming we'll just write that one. Advise on it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. All right, that was number one. What
I
else?
just wanted to, just remember, have we met since the big snowstorm? I don't think we have.
No,
No.
Was that right? We have-
So
Okay, let's talk about
Um,
snowstorm.
it was kind of a harrowing and challenging experience for all of us in the community and in the village staff. A lot of lessons learned, which we're still kind of digesting. I do want to do what we've all done already in Facebook and so on, is give a lot of credit to our team for working really, really hard through the night. The parking guys working with the police when there's towing issues and just trying to get people to get their cars out of the way. DPW, multiple equipment failures and repairs, working through the middle of the night. We hired extra contractors, a trucking company. I had a member of our sustainability committee volunteer to go over to the commuter lot in West Nyack and count the number of piles just in that one lot. He counted 88.
Wow.
So in the course of 2 nights, when we had the extra trucking going on, I think it was when we were bringing it to the commuter lot. There were 88 truck runs. Think how many went to the Memorial Park.
Hmm.
And like literally, probably we did 200 loads of snow out of this village.
Truckloads.
Truckloads, yeah. It was an extraordinary effort and it kind of gives you a sense of, the equipment, the fuel, the labor power. And of course, all the frustration from our neighbors who are dealing with ice and snowbanks and sort of frustrations around access out of their driveways and so on. We definitely learned some lessons. It's a very kind of unusual occurrence. And we'll be debriefing on that and trying to position ourselves even better for the next time around.
It was an extraordinary effort. I mean, it was a big snowstorm and it did not, we've had big snowstorms. This is a big snowstorm that was followed by 10-degree weather for the next 2 or 3 weeks, which then made it much harder because the snow didn't go anywhere.
Like a lack of snowstorms for the past 5 years.
Yeah, and so, congratulations and well done by you, well done by Anne Marie, well done by Jonathan, everybody, DPW, the parking authority. They really did work their butts off for that 10-day period following the storm. And my gratitude to the people of Nyack for being mostly patient with things that had to get, there's always going to be little hiccups here and there. But for the most part, people they helped each other out. They pitched in. I thought it was well done. I do want to do a special shout out, just occurs to me, to Lisa Vitalik from the school district. We had an issue with a school with a bus pickup and bus drop off on 9W by 6th Avenue, which had been a real problem because of snow pile up and there's really no shoulder on 9W. There's just kind of a area, and it was not shoveled, which it was not plowed, which is not us, that's the state. But we were trying to figure out what to do with it, and then either Andy or I had the idea to call the school district to see if they could move the bus stop, which like within 2 hours, Lisa had taken care of it. And moved the bus stop so they don't have to walk up 9W anymore. They get picked up at their house, which is just great.
Oh, nice.
So it was a nice thing that they did. It was just a couple of families, but it was a nice thing that they did.
Yeah, and thanks also to Julia and Drazen for allowing us to fill their parking lot with snow down at the bottom of the hill here.
Oh, that's right. We did that as well. Another place we dropped off snow. That will be there till May.
Who knows? There should be sort of a betting pool on how long we should.
I mean, listen, Holly Margaret is there for a reason.
Do we have an update on what we're doing with the penguin plunge?
There's gonna be a penguin plunge and we're gonna try to sort of clear some snow out so they can get.
Oh, my God.
It's in 2 weeks.
I don't know if they're gonna
Are you
be
doing?
going through the ice, that's sort of
Yeah,
Barbara
we're doing
Noy's
that.
question, they're definitely
Yeah.
having their event and we're gonna
Good luck,
provide whatever
Joe.
support we can.
Well, now it's you just
Sure.
go on your bathing suit, you walk out on the ice, so it's actually a lot easier now. You don't have to actually go under the water.
Well, one, please don't walk out onto the ice. We don't need to have
Only a couple of
rescue
feet,
team.
only a couple of feet out.
But also good luck to you, Joe, because like I will not be
Don't be
present
silly,
for
yeah.
that.
Chili?
Before we kind of step off this, is there a way we can get like what those lessons learned were?
Yes,
Okay, because I do think I do appreciate everything that DPW has done. They have done an excellent job, and under all of this pressure, I also know that other places also are in the same position. I mean, I was up in Albany like right after the snow, and it still looked a hot mess. So we did actually do a way better job than they did in their whole city. But I know that people were complaining, so I do want to know at least what we learned and what we'll do to improve next.
yeah, that's one of the things I'm working on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's get like a memo that just summarizes what we did and maybe we can talk about it next time.
Yeah, and also it's part of we need to do more emergency planning in the village. We have an emergency plan that nobody looks at. And with our adaptation plan work for the climate change that Marcy and others kind of worked really hard on, it identified some vulnerabilities we have around heat waves, droughts, extreme precipitation events, so on. So
I've been meaning to write one about what do we do in the aftermath of a fire. Because we
Right,
learned a
that's
lot
very
about
Mhm.
the different interagency
Right.
issues that come up.
So I think we wanna try to do a good job kind of documenting. And there's an endless amount of emergency planning you can do, which there's a limit. Because you just have to be ready and kind of working together well when something happens, you can't necessarily plan for everything. But we do need to spend more time on that topic,
Yeah,
and that's one of the goals I have for 2026.
Cool.
And the snow preparations.
Excellent.
yeah, I'd like to see that when you start getting to talking to
Sure.
people about it.
Sure.
What else, maybe?
I wanted to mention, I spoke with Catholic Charities today. They're our service provider for the social worker. And I'm close to having a signed agreement with them. They're doing a little bit of insurance due diligence on their side, but they have said they're absolutely going to sign the funding agreement and then we can start really recruiting for a Spanish speaking outreach worker. And so if you know anybody, and we'll put up a Facebook post or something, trying to get some people coming in who might be interested in working with Catholic Charities on outreach in Village of Naya.
Awesome.
Check with Dominican University.
I will. That's a great idea. Thanks. I also want to say that we had our call with Standard & Poor's bond rating. Our financial advisor, Noah Nadelson, did a great job with Kyle of and myself presenting information to them. They had a lot of great questions about how this village does its budget process, how we do our capital planning. And we got a pretty good rating, we got an AA minus, which is pretty near the top. Probably couldn't be much better, given the sort of scale of the village operates at. They did, however, there's a couple of things on their list. They're not supposed to make recommendations, but they kind of did anyway. They're overall pleased with our operations. But there are certain sort of written financial management policy.
Yeah, the recommendations all seem to deal with paperwork, like
And
the policies that we need to have written down and put into place,
Right.
which we can do for next year.
Which I'm
That
gonna
might
work
help.
that up and bring that to this board, maybe as part of our budget process, which is.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Which is starting to kind of ramp up. Just as a
Oh,
reminder,
God, we're almost
the
in
board,
budget.
yeah, we have to pass a budget before the end of March, before the end of
May.
April, before the end of April,
Or April first too?
for May first, just do it May first.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
So, we would have a public hearing before April 15th, so that'll be on April 9th, which is our village board meeting. There'll be a budget vote presumably 2 weeks later, which is 23rd or something like that, unless we schedule a special meeting, so.
I think we scheduled one separate special meeting. We've done a couple in the past and we've ended up having many more meetings than we needed
Yeah.
to because we do a lot of prep work for it. And we do a lot in the meeting itself that we don't necessarily need to have multiple budget only meetings.
So we're starting to collect our departmental budget information. Kyle jumped right on it. He's starting the process. And next meeting, I'll provide you with a kind of, we'll sort of lay out the timeframes for each of these. There's a tentative budget due, and then there's a public hearing that has to happen before April 15th, and there's budget due end of April.
Let me back up. Which protocols, written protocols were they suggesting that we have?
There were three, let me see. One was an investment policy, another was a reserve and fund balance policy, and the last one had to do with basically debt policy and capital planning.
They're just boilerplate policies that we have to adopt.
Yeah, well, we should look at them and sort of customize them to our. But yeah, no, it's not.
They're mostly boilerplate.
So, yeah, so we've got, some sort of nerdy municipal finance work to do on that.
Okay. Good.
Pull that together. I'll stop there.
Really? Oh, I thought we'd be even more. That was good. Thank you for that presentation. All right.
Just a question.
Yes.
Your budget meetings, they'll be posted on your website? On
Yes.
your Website?
Yep,
There'll be every meeting in April, there'll be a budget discussion and there'll be one extra meeting probably that we'll add somewhere probably between the two meetings that we have. So that we do a meeting, then we have a budget meeting and then we have the meeting where we adopt the budget. And if we need to add another one because we have a problem, then we'll add another one between the middle meeting and the third and the second regular meeting. Okay. All right, let's talk about the Shoreline Path project, old business.
so we got a really good response on our contract advertisement. We're interviewing the low bidder and the next low bidder and trying to decide which one's the best one to go with. The low bidder is a smaller company and it's raised some flags in terms of capacity for a project of this size. Our engineering consultants are leaning towards recommending going with the next lowest bidder. We have a process to go through. We've actually scheduled a meeting, the mayor is gonna be there, to see if we're gonna formally reject the low bidder or not. So I expect by next meeting, we will have a recommendation to this board as to whom to award that contract.
This is for the redevelopment of the pathway.
The shoreline path, right, right.
And they're still planning for that to be done by the 3rd of July,
Right.
before the 3rd of July, so
I
that
think June 26th is the official.
June 26th is the official date, all right, that's cutting it beautifully
And
close.
it cuts it close to the July 3rd event, but in terms of the engineering world, they view that schedule as entirely achievable. Like there's nothing particularly rushed
We're not
about
rushing it,
that.
okay,
This is a plan which in their experience has every possibility of working. The one sort of long delivery item is the lamp post. So if there's one thing that's not done at the end of June, it will be that there'll be stubbed out pedestals for streetlights, but the streetlights won't be in yet. Knock on wood, who knows? There are lots of things that happen. We have really bad weather. Who knows? But the plan is a reasonable plan.
You're not instilling confidence, Andy, I'm sorry.
Well,
No, it's
the
good.
reality is
There-
that you can run it.
Yeah.
well, like any project at this end, but the hope is to The hope is to have it done so that it's in place for the third. And if it's not, getting it as close as possible so that whatever's not done is not, there's not fences up and stuff like that. That would be-
Okay,
That's what we don't
I
want.
can hear the
Well, we-
Facebook comments now.
I mean, we did that. We had the whole fireworks thing with the whole Great Lawn closed 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that didn't impact the
Oh, this one impact can do this. It's gonna be low. It's not gonna be up in the air.
No.
So it can be lower the trees. The trees block the view more than anything else.
The trees are gonna be tiny, so
Okay.
Okay, all right.
I hear you.
All right.
baby trees.
We still have time for the public hearing. Let's go to communications.
Wait, no new business?
No, I don't see. Is there anything? We took a lot of the new business out and put it elsewhere.
Okay.
A lot of the new business became resolutions that we just actually, so was making resolutions. 10.1, Abigail Hammond, Memorial Park permit request for a wedding on October 3rd, 26 noon to 3 p.m. 30 to 40 people down at the gazebo, right?
Right.
This is about the extent, this is about the high level, the high watermark of what we'll allow, the amount of time, the amount of people, that sort of thing. But I think it's within the range of what I was is acceptable.
I hate to be contrarian, but I object to this. And the reason why I object to it is, first of all, we talked about this previously, and I'm setting a fee schedule for these type of events. And
Nothing.
We haven't.
and this applicant lives upstate. And
Yeah. Oh,
oh, okay.
So it's not upstate. Deep roots in Nyack and
I know, well,
up toward the middle school.
well, I looked
but
at the,
not that far.
I looked at the zip code, so, okay, and then I thought by chance. But in general, I object to something like this without a fee schedule, okay?
I think I think he's making a good point. We have talked about the fact that people should have to pay for, even if it's a nominal amount for the use of the space, which reflects the fact that there is extra attention they get from maintenance and whatnot by virtue of doing that. So let's get that in place though. We don't have it in place yet. We can't charge someone that we don't have in place when they come to.
And by
Well,
the
this
way,
is-
I was gonna say that I give preference to village resident, like, so that, without knowing that.
Ken.
Yeah, so that's okay.
That's why
I wanted to say $100.
I mean, let's actually sit down and look at what the, per hour and stuff like that.
Yeah, there should be a published fee schedule.
Yeah, we
We
should.
would incorporate it. We have a published fee schedule. This board can change it by resolution anytime it wants.
Yeah, but let's actually have a deliberative, like, let's look at it, let's look at the different things that we give approvals for and what those fees should be.
I actually think I'll abstain from this one, only because, when we did the African American Day Parade, it sort of made me realize that I kind of want to rethink weddings in particular. So yes, I have gone like a total 180 on my stance on this, so.
Which way were you and which way are you now?
At first, I was kind of okay with it because I was like, we have birthday parties and baby showers and everything as well. But now, after having two conflicting events at the same time down at the
Oh,
park.
is that what happened?
Yeah, like well,
Was there a wedding on the parade?
there was the parade and the festival, and then the wedding was like right after. So there was a little bit of overlap in terms of when the vendors were breaking down and when the music was kind of shutting down. So it's sort of that experience has me sort of thinking twice about
About
wedding,
allowing weddings?
allowing weddings.
The
So
reason why I think is because the parade was rained.
we were kicked out twice and we had to make arrangements and everything.
As long as we're permitting events in the park, there's also a possibility that multiple rainouts will result in a conflict.
Oh yeah, no, that I totally
Whether it's a
understand.
wedding or birthday party or
Right.
whatever.
I'm still rethinking it because then it also sort of conflicts a little, not really, but like sort of what we've been talking about in terms of like when the summer camps wanted to like use a permitting to bring like 100 kids down and we're like, well, we don't want to pay for access in that sense. So that I just want to think about it a little more. Like Joe, I kind of want to see a fee schedule.
I think a few schedules. Yeah.
So that's why for this
We
one,
don't need a public hearing for that, right? That's.
No, we changed that. We can change that. Not even on resolution. I don't think we need resolution. I think we just need to have maybe by resolution. We should pass it by resolution.
Sure.
The
just
one thing
want-
I'll say about weddings is that I understand the concerns about it. I would say this, weddings are really good revenue generators for the business community. Like weddings bring people here. They tend to you know, they want to start doing them and at the Angel. They want to start doing receptions at the Angel. They want to do the same thing over at the Hopper House, or not just the Hopper House, but the 90 North space next to the Hopper House in the back of the Perry Lawson Gallery. Weddings are good for NIAC. So we should be open to that.
Some
But
of
we
the
should-
parents did a horse-drawn carriage around Nyack at their wedding, and yes, did make it in the journal news. I totally get that. But I do, like, that's kind of why I don't want to say no to this. I just want to, like, I think we should like talk about it a little bit more and get something more firm down, because I do agree, like, I don't want to stop people from getting married in Nyack and doing something here in Nyack, but I also think we have to sort of put some guardrails in. That's all.
All right,
That's-
let's get a proposed first fee schedule out before the next meeting. We'll discuss at the next
Sure.
meeting. Let's also get a resolution for this to discuss at the next meeting for the Hammond wedding. All right, street closure request for a street party, Pride Center. They always close down Jackson Avenue right by the Pride Center for their Pride Day. That's for June 26th. Any comments or questions about that? No?
Wait,
oh.
this is the evening gala, or is it something else?
No, this is.
This is not this Pride Day. This is different from
Yeah,
Pride Day.
that's not.
Oh,
how you
okay.
mark
They
it.
they do
Oh.
a.
No, they
what
did
is
like
that
they had like a gala one year and they
No,
did it
no, it's not the
outside.
gala, it's not the
Oh,
gala.
This is the
The gala's
barbecue kind of
oh, okay.
Preparing.
event that's.
Yeah, it's they call it something. What is it? It's the BIPOC barbecue.
Okay.
And they have that, that's after the Pride Day. It's 2 weeks after the
Yeah.
Pride Day. All right, Brianne Higgins dancing the streets on May 2nd with a rain date of 5/9.
Let's just, it's changed a little bit, so this was approved before, but we need to amend it. And I need to get that to her, so we'll do a resolution tonight. Her dates were different before, so she's proposing May 2nd and May 9th as rain date on Dancing in the Streets. And August 30th and September 6th is rain date for jazz. There's no conflicts or any reason why I'm worried about these date changes. But if we could run that through to a resolution tonight, it would help with her
Okay,
planning process.
all right, so just go through what are the dates? I don't care what the dates used to be.
No.
Yeah.
What the dates used to be is yesterday's news. What's the now dates? What are the
May
dates?
2 and May 9 for Dancing in the Streets,
Mhm.
day plus rain date. August 30 and September 6th for jazz.
September 6th is the weekend of Labor Day, just FYI. So do the Sunday of Labor Day?
And it's still all under like Dancing in the Streets, the jazz, but or is it like two different events?
It's two different events. One is a I think it's a Grateful Dead, and the other one's more of a jazz.
Okay.
I may have that wrong though.
Yeah, that's true. Dancing in the Streets runs a little later at night. Jazz is more of that.
And one of them's on a Saturday, one of them's on a Sunday.
But there's no work on Monday, right? When Monday's a holiday.
Monday's a holiday on, yeah.
You're planning your schedule already?
Well, let's see, wait, no, the August 30th is a Sunday, so it is on a Sunday. It's a Sunday afternoon.
You know, it's.
But if there is rain, it'll be on the 6th, which is a 3-day weekend.
Well, it's
the
confusing.
7th is Labor Day.
One mentioned on this line.
Got it.
Yeah, that it doesn't have, the 10.2 does, or 10.3 does not mention the August event.
Right.
Right, that was
That's-
it's an additional request since I printed this
Are
agenda.
there any additional activities planned for Labor Day? In terms of the chamber, in terms of Visit Nyack? I mean, I hate to have double up on activities in the village. I mean, I'm
It'll
not,
be the Sunday of Labor Day.
it'll be Sunday, but yeah, well, I mean, that
There's no
weekend.
street closures.
It's usually a quiet weekend.
Yeah.
You know, it's the last weekend of the summer.
Yeah, I think
It's a
they do their
weird Labor
September
Day.
Fest like middle of September.
Okay. I mean, hey, I'm all for it, but I just wanna make sure there are no glaring conflicts, so.
You know, please, I always check, but it's great to sort of hive mind that in case there's something that I might have missed.
There's not usually, Labor Day weekend is usually very quiet, or there's not many events, people are finishing up their summer, their way. It's gonna be a very weird summer, the summer's gonna be very long this year, because Memorial Day is the earliest it can be. Or maybe the second earliest it can be, and Labor Day is as late as it can be.
Given how horrible this winter is, you make that.
We'll
sound
take
like
it,
a
no,
bad
it's a
thing.
fine, it actually is, Memorial Day is as early as it can be, and Labor Day is as late as it can be, so there's an extra week of
Sounds
summer.
so nice.
secular summer, so that's not bad.
So September Fest is the 13th.
So the-
Yeah,
So it's the weekend
It's the weekend
after,
Afterwards, that's September Fest, which is a big street fair.
but then after that, there are no more street closures in September.
No,
Mm,
you just have, we get Yoga
Not cultures,
Fest down
no.
in the park. Phoenix Festival, Oktoberfest, if Travis puts in his application, would be on September 19th.
October first we.
But that would be
No, but that's a
Street.
partial street closure.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It's just in front
a
of
little
his,
bit of South
Yeah.
in there.
All right.
There may be salsa on so.
All right, we don't need to, we don't do all those schedule. We're just trying to get the dates for these two events, which you're saying, May second, rain date, May 9th, August 30th, September 6th.
Right,
You need a resolution. We've already passed a resolution authorizing these events. It's just change the date.
right.
All right, can I propose a resolution which would be 26-32 to amend the dates of the previously approved events requested by Brianne Higgins for
Mhm.
Dancing in the Streets and the Jazz Festival, to change those dates to May 2nd with a rain date of May 9th and August 30th with a rain date of September 6th. Can I get that on the table?
Motion.
second,
Any further comment or question? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. All right.
Thank you.
Next up, 10.4, Morgana Brennan, Druid Fest 2026. She has a park permit request from May 9th. And that's for, what is she using which part of the field is she using?
So this is the event that is largely gonna take place in the upper plateau of Nyack State Beach Park.
Yes.
But she's decided, which I think is a good thing, to have her vendor fair in the village down in Memorial Park. We haven't decided yet whether we want it on the upper lawn or lower lawn. But either way, it would probably work fine on the 9th, which is her proposed date.
Okay.
but I appreciate her doing that,
Which is the
given
rain
my,
date?
my complaints.
She hasn't asked for a rain date. I think
No, no.
this is a do it or die.
Yeah, they're druids. It rains, they just dance around.
I think they can make it
They
rain.
love it.
They can make the rain stop, I think.
It's the rain date for the,
If the rain date we just approved.
Dance in
Yeah.
the streets.
But that's here and that's there, so it's
Yeah.
not,
Well, yeah, and this is at the park, so it's not,
Right.
okay. Well, I do genuinely appreciate her switching things around after a lot of my complaints, so.
oh God.
So bring that one to a resolution for the next meeting.
Yeah, yeah, I guess it'll be okay. I'm just thinking about the fact that one of the things that Morgana wants to do is drive people from her shop to Nyack Beach State Park, but they can just go up Franklin.
No, they'll be staging down in the marina parking lot then. Because her fair will be down there. I think her.
But I think maybe they're picking her up there, they're picking her up there and not picking up in front of the shop. Well, even if they did, just go up in Franklin, they don't have to go down, they
Oh,
get
yeah.
blocked on
They
going
can
down
go, yeah.
Broadway. They go Franklin, just do it around.
Getney or something.
I think make them go up Franklin only because Getney's mad small and people walk on that.
Yeah.
But don't walk on the sidewalks, they walk on.
All right, so I think that's fine. All right, any other comments or questions about that? Let's get a resolution for that for the next meeting. I've been reminded very patiently
Oh, yes.
by
It's,
former Deputy Mayor Parker. That's after 8 o'clock. So can I get a motion to open the public hearing?
motion,
Second.
All in favor of opening the public hearing?
aye.
All right, motion carries. We're now into the public hearing. Andy, why don't you tell us what the public hearing is about?
This is a public hearing which is required by law for the village board to hear from the community. About projects that could be funded through the community development block grant. The village has a committee for that. The committee has reviewed various project concepts. I presented those to you in the form of a memo last meeting, which is also in your packet this meeting. And I can give you a little intro to the projects which have been discussed if you'd like.
Sure.
Just to remind you what's going on. So the ones that kind of made it through the vetting process are, one of them is paving the village parking lot off of Artaby Way. And taking a look at the striping design there, maybe some improvements on landscaping and so on. And the argument for that is that everybody uses it, and it needs paving. And so do the adjacent streets like Cedar Street's in terrible shape, and so is Bird and Church, so. Anything we can do to improve access to that lot is a good thing. So that's one project. Another project is sidewalk improvements, which of course are very important for pedestrian safety, access and so on. The sections of sidewalk which are priorities in this memo are parts of High Avenue at the very top where Polhemus comes in, going up towards the apartments by, past Nyack Hotel. That section there, there's kids who come down from the apartments to the bus stop on the corner. And there's very, very insufficient sidewalks, for that little run there.
There's no sidewalk.
There's a bit on the west side, kind of by the freeway entrance,
Right.
but you wouldn't want your child walking on
But
it.
on the other side,
So that's one, and CDBG, County Personnel have advised us that they're willing to consider funding a kind of batch of somewhat separated in space sidewalk improvements, so that would be one. The other is the run on, North Franklin from Maine past, like Boster Donut and Allen Nyack Auto to the corner, and the section of sidewalk going down High Avenue is in terrible shape. So that's sort of that run on North Franklin going down High Avenue towards Bridge Street. There's a lot of sidewalk areas with no ADA corners, and the sidewalks in terrible shape. There's some asphalt sidewalk and some other sort of deteriorated sidewalks there. So that's a second priority area, and the third is Liberty Street between Depew and Hudson. On both sides, really, there's a problem where the sidewalk is sinking relative to the curb. So most of the way along that curb is basically a trip hazard, for people getting in and out of cars, just walking through there. So those three areas of sidewalk, would not be all affordable to do with a single CDBG grant. But we could apply for them, and the village board could instruct us, you know, where to start. And we could try to get as much done as we could.
what's the ask for those?
The ask is gonna be $250,000-$300,000, no matter what project we have in mind. That's the usual ask.
And for the sidewalks, we could do A, B, and C, all of them, or project 2 and project 3? Is that what you're suggesting? I'm sorry, project 2,
Yes,
that's right.
So that- those, I don't know how far the sidewalk money would go.
If you did them,
But I think it would definitely cover the entirety of project 2. As a single project, and probably the entirety of project 3 is a single project. I don't know if it would be enough for both of those, most likely not. So. You should consider which ones you think are the most important, and we'll apply for those.
Well, maybe we should have, if
Well,
you,
let's open a public comment.
When you say project 2 and 3, you talk, those are all of the sidewalk? Because when we met and we discussed it, and then Emery came back and said that
Project
they
one,
were allowing us to group all the sidewalks.
Right,
So are we considering all the sidewalks one project or 3 projects? It's 3 projects.
it's
2 projects. Our best guess is that, for the typical funding level from CDBG, we could do either the sections of High Avenue, which I described, including North Franklin, or the Liberty Street run on both sides. Probably not both. So we
So
have to
you're
talk
saying
about where to
that's
start.
project 2 and project 3.
Those would be project 1 is the RDP lot.
I
pavement.
thought we had taken that off the table.
well, it's still on the table for now. It's still on the table for now, but I think we're aiming for the sidewalk projects. The point is that we can group the sidewalk projects into one project, apply for it, hope we get enough money. Depending on how much money we get, hope that we can actually get both of them done. If we can't get both of them done with the amount of money, then the question is, what can we get done? Or do we want to put in our own money to
Right,
finish the
so
job?
where do you wanna start?
So it might be enough money. I mean, it depends how much they give us, and it depends how much it costs. which we don't know in advance. We have a generally pretty good sense, but we don't know for sure. So the idea would be you group them so that you maybe get more money by grouping them and they see there's a couple different projects going on. And then you take what you get and then you see what you can do with it.
I think they are really very valuable sidewalk projects, all of them.
And I think that was our discussion when we met to take care of the sidewalk projects versus.
Versus the parking lot, I think it's fair to say that the committee was leaning towards sidewalks over the parking lot, yeah.
Which
As
committee?
long as we get them all
Or CD.
bashed together,
But, and that's what.
The more
they
bang for the
found
buck,
out.
yeah.
So that's my understanding of.
Yeah, no, our first concern was whether CDBG would allow us to do a single project that was separated by 6 or 7 lots. And they said
They said yes.
that was fine.
Right.
All right, any other questions, comments? Any comments for the public? You waited so patiently.
I know, but I just wanted to make sure that that was the concern. And then I guess when the funding comes in, it should be looked at as major, minor,
Yeah,
as to which ones you're gonna do.
if this
Unless
goes,
you could get money from the village to do all three
right,
sections. And I think the first would be the upper High Avenue.
I tend to agree with you on that, just personally as well. It's sort of heartbreaking to see a street with no sidewalks and lots of people going up and down.
So. Is that why the resolution is very clearly for High Avenue? Like, what if we said the parking lot?
Oh, then we would just change it.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
No, I
Not that
wrote it just to expedite things,
Oh,
but obviously
okay.
it's entirely up to you how you wanna guide the grant.
Okay. I mean, I do definitely think on High Avenue, there really should be a sidewalk there. Because of how many kids go back and forth and I mean, just how many people go back and forth and the hotel being right there.
Hotel's right there.
The hotel's right there as well, so I definitely agree with that. And all the other parts of. High Avenue, especially those Franklin corners, I definitely think should work. I guess my worry is coupling them because. If we don't get enough money, then something does fall behind, so I'm sort of like maybe. Like if I had to choose between Liberty Street and the High Avenue, I'd probably go for High Avenue if it comes down to it. But I'm only worried about what you're all worried about, just.
Well, we can make that decision
Yeah.
when we get down to it.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like whatever we get, that's probably when we'll make that
It
decision.
can also be bid with alternates, with like a base
Yeah.
of the Bohemians extension and then alternate 1
Okay,
Franklin to High and alternate 3 Liberty, and we'll get pricing.
okay,
And then this board can decide if it wants to throw in money from the general fund or not, or how you want to approach it.
I do wanna say though, I remember the last time this came up, the parking lot was on the list.
No, it's been a concern.
It's been a
for while.
concern for a while,
Sure, yeah.
so, I agree, I think our sidewalks are a priority, but I guess my question is, how many more sidewalks do we think are really in need of repair?
We have a big sidewalk application in the process of writing right now.
Mhm.
Which would address sidewalks which are in derelict situations on Bird Street, Main Street, Claremont by the park, kind of coming up towards Main Street and parts of Gedney. So those are the other areas that I would say are priorities,
Okay,
that we might get money for.
Okay.
It always costs those money as well. I mean, it's not a free project. So, and just as a reminder, we're about to go to bid on the Safe Routes to School project, which is gonna be replacing sidewalks up to Pew Avenue,
Mhm.
onto Upper Depew.
Yeah.
And also in really important parts of Main Street and Washington.
Yeah.
Right, so, sorry.
Was it last year that we received capital funding for the trucks? From our assembly member?
No. Anything. We funded the
We paid bond.
sponsor with a bond, but a while ago.
No, we didn't get money for the trucks, not last year. Last year we got money for something else.
Was it the wash?
Right, so we used the Ken Zabrowski facilitated one of the municipal grants. That was spent on the new salt storage garage. Originally it was hoped it could cover that and the wash bay, but with the situation with the retaining wall behind the salt storage garage, it had to be more expensive. So, but then we got the truck wash bay funded again separately through Pat Carroll's office. So we're designing that.
And what about Senator Weber?
I don't think he's played much of a role in this particular funding strategy.
Okay. Well, I'm only asking because I'm like, maybe,
For the record, she asked that question, not me, I didn't bring it up.
yeah, no. There is a reason I'm asking.
The record reflects. I kept my mouth shut.
I would say his staff has actually been helpful on
Yes, he's been,
Yeah.
Senator Weber's helped us with a
The
number of
park
things,
alienation.
like the park alienation and the hotel tax and things like
The
that.
reason I'm asking is because I'm just thinking, like, I am a little worried about pushing this parking lot. I mean, not for this, but like after we do High Avenue, pushing it off again. So that's more why I'm thinking if there's a way we can use some, like if we could do another capital grant or something like that for the parking. That's all. That way we take it out of this and then we can focus on the sidewalk.
The Senator Zabrowski, Don Hammond reached out to him and that's what paid for the paving of the marina parking lot.
Yeah.
Which costs about $250,000.
And we need to pave that because we need to get Joe's angled spaces. I know we
No,
want to talk.
but it's not, it's on my mind too. Like I hate parking there.
Look, it's look, I have no objection to applying for the CDBG, sorry, we had a discussion
Yeah.
about the grant for the sidewalks, not a problem. But at some point, we are gonna have to deal with the RW parking lot.
Yeah,
It is falling apart.
Yeah.
It's in high use,
Yeah.
just for the snow emergency, people are parking there. But in general, we need to either find funding or get some self-funding or put it as a priority for next year's CDBG grant.
Mhm.
And this is the third year that it's been on, so.
Right.
And just from my perspective on that, and I think I pointed this out when we met as the committee. We have to be careful using CDBG money because that's for the lower income area. And that parking lot is used by everyone in town out of town.
we also do have residents who do pay permit parking there.
Right, you have residents that live in other not in the scope of that area.
No, they do. They live like on Bridge Street. Like that's Nyack proper people are still living.
Right, but what's the
Parking there.
scope?
The downtown area.
Well, she's saying it's not in the tract that is the
It
CDBG.
is within the
It is.
CDBG fundable tract,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What,
What's that?
Yeah.
which,
RV parking lot.
Yeah.
no, she's not saying
No.
that. She's saying the lots there, the people that park there do not live in the tract.
We're
So-
using CDBG money that's supposed to be for the scope.
It's a fair point. It's a fair
Of
point.
that area
I
to
mean, we
fix
used it in
things
other parts of
and
the
the scope
village.
of that
People
area.
park there from who, the point is it's supposed to benefit people from lower income who live in the tract.
Right.
And it's a parking lot that, yes, people who live in the tract do use it, but also a lot of other people use it. They're
Yeah.
not from, so if we put money into that as opposed to sidewalks, which are used predominantly by the people that live
We just
adjacent to it.
missed our mark on using something that they're giving us for low income.
Mhm.
And we're benefiting people that come into Nyack to visit,
Mhm.
as well as people that don't live in that scope. Whether they pay for permit parking or not.
All the more reason to pull, that's kind of why I had suggested.
To get it
finding
done
an
some other way.
alternative, yeah, to get it done some other way.
And that's
So that
what
we
I
are pulling.
suggested.
Yeah.
When we had our meeting, we gotta try to figure out getting that money from somewhere else. Because we don't wanna mess up the fact that they give us this money and we don't use it for what we're supposed to
It's a
use. it for.
fair point. It's a fair point. All right.
While we're talking about paving, the village typically gets about $175,000 in state money for paving. The priority paving areas will be the area around Jefferson, Marion, and First and Third. They got torn up due to the water project and then torn up due to the sidewalk project. So we'll start there. There's a little bit of a cost share from the water department on some of those streets, so that'll help us kind of get as much done as we can. But that'll be kind of the starting point for spending our paving budget. The next sort of most worst streets are probably Cedar Street, Bird and Church. Kind of running down the hill a little bit. Those are in terrible shape. Parts of South Franklin. The big one in the future is probably out a couple of years is South, essentially is the entirety of South Broadway. That's gonna be a massive project. It's pretty bumpy going down through there. So just to give you kind of a little sense of the arc of paving for the next year or two.
Where are those funds from?
The state annually has, it's just municipal
Is it the
highway
eight-
money.
Oh,
Chip,
right,
Chips,
okay,
chips,
yeah.
chips.
Why are we paving Cedar when Cedar, the north curb, that is part of the village, but everything.
Cedar, not Cedar Hill.
Cedar Street.
Oh, Cedar, okay,
Otherwise
sorry.
known as Rotary Way.
Okay,
Cedar's the Cedar next to the Easter Park, Easter Square.
got it.
And it's confusing.
That's what the sign says.
Is there a schedule of, there used to be a schedule of, an annual schedule of streets?
We'll do that in
Yes.
April.
We do that?
Yeah,
We
do
have
that
an
in-
annual paving plan with a map that shows where that
And
paving.
for a 10-year plan? or-
You see what they've done, you see all the roads that have been done over the last 10 years, then you see what's being done.
Okay, that would be good to have.
They get like little
That'll
spaghetti.
be part of that presentation
Yeah.
on paving.
All right, any other comments or questions on the public hearing? Can I get a motion to close, anything else?
So wait, we're all set with,
The application for the easement time, but from next time on.
Oh.
Says we're gonna get back to communication.
Oh, I'm sorry, is that what you were waiting for? Oh,
I
man.
wanted to be one of those too, but you know.
Right.
nah, you gotta let us know.
You gotta let me know if someone's here, because I'm not necessarily looking ahead to see the
I
chat.
had Easter egg hunting.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
thought
It
you
was
were
the
gonna
next
put
thing.
sidewalks
It
too.
was the next thing, and you stopped
One
me.
of the things.
She stopped, no, she stopped me. All right, we'll get to that right after we finish this, we'll be done in a minute. All right. Any other comments for the public hearing? Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Second,
Okay, all in favor of closing the public hearing? Okay, we turn now to action item 6.4, resolution 26-27, a resolution to approve an application for the CDBG grant for sidewalk work on High Avenue and Liberty Street.
Can we just say sidewalks, and not just a sidewalk on High Avenue? Does that make a difference?
I think you do have to be a little specific.
Sidewalks work doesn't really. sidewalk.
Funding for sidewalks.
Okay.
But it's
take
not
off the
just
word
the
work.
general-
A, just pluralize sidewalks.
It's not just in general for sidewalks, it's for these two specific ones.
Right. He's just saying for sidewalks on High Avenue and Liberty rather than for.
Oh,
the sidewalks.
Take out the
for
word
a
work,
side-
add the letter S. Can I get a motion to amend the resolution to take out the word work and add the S?
Motion, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, and can I get comments on the resolution itself? All in favor?
Aye.
Did we open it?
No, we didn't.
No.
open the
Oh, we didn't open the resolution? I got caught up with
We're
the
gonna put on
wording.
resolution, we didn't. open.
All right, can I get a motion to open it on the
Motion.
table?
Second,
All right, now, since we have a motion, I was second, can I get a motion to amend? I'm making a motion to amend it as discussed, taking out the work, putting in an S after sidewalk.
motion,
Second.
All in favor of the of the amendment?
Aye.
Okay, now all in favor of the resolution?
Aye.
aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Sorry about that. No, it's okay. I'm supposed to keep track of that stuff. I'm terrible at it. Thank you, thankfully, I have a number of people that hold my feet to the fire about it. All
That's
these.
$1 for every time we do that. Leave a little swear jar.
All right, let's skip ahead to
Yeah, no, we're.
where is it?
Easter egg hunt? It's not on there.
Oh, it's on here. That's why.
It's a walk-in, it's a walk-in.
It's not.
Well, you saw Greg's.
Oh, now I don't feel bad. I wouldn't have known, because I would have known to look for it. I didn't look for it.
He texted you, anyway.
All right, what's come up? Tell us what the,
So this is Tyrone, he's the amazing guy who organized the Easter egg hunt last year.
did a great
A
job.
lot of happy kids. Wonderful community event. And he has submitted a permit request, which we will put on for discussion right now for April 5th.
Then,
Fifth.
Let's just make sure it's not
Is that-
Passover or something. Well, it's actual Sunday. It's on Sunday morning.
It's on Sunday, yeah.
Floor is yours, sir.
What are we doing?
Oh, well, hopefully.
It's open.
My buddy come out this year.
Oh, I didn't make it last year.
Oh, you didn't?
I have a suit and everything. No, I have like an Easter suit that I got last year, and I forget what happened. I had to be somewhere and I couldn't
They
be.
thought the kids aren't watching the.
I had something upstate or something like that.
Nah, yeah, you did, I was just messing with you.
No, it's okay. No, I got my. No, you gotta, I make a promise. I gotta go jump in the water. I gotta go put a suit on. So I have actually an Easter suit, that's really nice. And I'll dress my kids up in bunnies or something like that. But so you're doing the Easter egg hunt in Memorial Park.
Yeah, we're looking to do it again, Memorial Park, Easter Sunday. We try to figure out some other days, but I think that one works. Hopefully it don't rain, cause I don't. have a rain. So, yes.
Well, you can have one if you want one.
I know.
Hey, we can't do the Easter egg hunt after Easter. It's gotta be on Easter.
Yeah, so that was the thing. You know, we was thinking about doing it the week before and then, like, let's do it the week of, but there's something coming on, something I gotta take care of on that Saturday. So, hey, hopefully, we have a beautiful
It'll
day,
work
Easter
out.
Sunday.
It'll work out.
I'm looking to do it in the afternoon after those who go to church come down and have a good time. It was a great event last year. I did send you some pictures.
I did.
Yeah, I sent you some pictures.
It was a wonderful event. It couldn't have been, it was beautifully done on a variety of levels and I'm so happy you're doing it again. Thank you.
I do want to point out there's also Orthodox Easter in case you need a rain date. Maybe that's the time. I'm just saying.
Do they do eggs?
Listen, I'm just saying it's another Easter, so you get a second shot.
What's that date out?
The 12th,
I don't-
the following weekend,
Oh,
following Sunday.
Yeah,
She's messing with you. She's messing with you.
We'll figure it out, but hopefully Sunday.
yeah, it
Definitely
definitely.
should be a beautiful day.
I'm just happy Easter's in April this year, so.
Oh, exactly, right?
Oh, yes, thank God.
All right, any questions or comments on the issue? Are we doing our resolution today?
We can.
I mean, you could,
Alright.
you could just put it on the list for next meeting too.
Let's just, do you want,
Let's get it out the way. with it.
let's get it. All right, resolution. We already did 32, so this would be 33. 2633, a resolution for 32 is we did another, what do we would do?
Brienne's change.
Branch.
Oh, okay, yes.
Um,
That was right.
resolution for a permit in Memorial Park to do an Easter egg hunt on
April 5th.
Sunday, April 5th in the afternoon.
Motion.
The upper level?
Sorry.
On
Not done.
the whole park. I think the whole park, right? Use the whole
Yeah,
park?
but we did the lower level.
Lower level.
But, you know, whatever.
Lower levels would be the lower level.
I think let's assume that he's gonna put eggs wherever he wants.
Yeah, it puts the eggs everywhere.
I mean, kids don't use the boundaries, they'll find them.
All right, I got a motion.
Motion.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much for doing
Now,
that.
just one other question. I know last year there was something else was going on in one hat, right? And so do we make sure just in case we have to like. hey,
Is there anything else going on the 5th? I don't think there's anything else.
We're good, right?
No, we're not gonna permit another.
We won't permit any other events.
I appreciate it.
All
I need
yours.
all the stuff that you need.
If anyone else is there, you call Andy and he'll
Yeah.
rouse them.
You can go selling it.
Pull him out of Easter Sunday dinner.
Oh, you'll find me right from other kids looking for the eggs.
I got you.
I mean, if there's another 20 there.
Thank you very
then
much.
it's-
That's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, the trade is, right, trade and prosper is.
That's not that.
That's not the part.
They're not doing it on
right?
Easter. Thank you both.
Yes.
They do it.
Good night.
Did we support this event last year?
No,
Yeah.
Easter.
not,
The
Did we
Easter-
oh, you mean financially?
Financially,
No,
No.
it's a little too close to,
Okay, no, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
I forget if we did
For,
sponsors.
Christmas.
So you can see what's going on.
Oh, I have
Oh,
to go
that's-
just to
that's-
see
that's
that
kinda
in
dapper.
person.
that's kind of dapper.
Oh, wow.
I have to be there to see.
And it also comes with,
Yeah,
It's like matching pants.
It's not just that.
Sunday, we're not.
it
doing-
comes with the special hat as well.
A hat.
Comes with a hat.
I mean, if the hat,
Oh, okay.
if the hat is got bunny ears, I don't know if I like it.
I won't. look
Yeah,
at
does
it.
have bunny ears.
Yeah,
I can have them.
Use the
I can have the
accessory
bunny
of it, but.
Oh, that's
you know.
cute.
All right, we had a couple more things on the communications.
Okay.
Field and Forage Flower Market on Easter Square, they wanna have Saturdays and 26. Are they doing it every Saturday this year, the flower market?
It was every other
That's what they do,
before.
Yeah.
Last year was every other Saturday.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't need a resolution for
Just
that.
Decide if how you,
All right, why don't we,
Sure.
but they don't need, well, let's get the resolution. I think we're generally okay with it. That was a
Yeah.
good thing they did last
It
year.
was really.
So
good.
it was really nice. I hope they're doing it again this year. I'm glad they're doing it again this year. I hope if they're increasing the number of days, that's great.
So this is from April to June, then September to October,
Right,
right,
Yeah, they take off the hot summer.
which is smart.
Yeah, because flowers will.
They had
as
the
well.
worst luck last year. It would rain every Saturday.
It did, right?
Remember, it rained every Saturday in April, May, June?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good for flowers.
is this board inclined to approve a weekly event for these guys?
If they want to do weekly, I would have no problem with it. We do
yeah.
the
they
farmer's
did a
market
really
weekly.
Good job. And
If they use, I mean,
people-
they're in Easter Square for a couple hours in the
Yeah.
afternoon. It's not a huge setup or takedown,
Mhm.
Alright, so we'll move that for resident next week then.
but yeah, make sure what the dates they want are. Porch Fest, let's,
What is
for,
that?
Porch Fest there's a, it's a guy who wants to put on a Porch Fest.
I'm
And
done.
what he wants to do is, it's a music, they've had them in other areas, other villages and towns. Not necessarily that close to us, but what it is, it's a music festival that takes place on people's porches. They have bands on people's porches. They'll have a band in Easter Square, they'll have a band down Memorial Park. He has a grand concept of many bands playing for many hours over the course of that
The
day.
village wall.
So it's literally.
Different
porches.
Different porches,
Multiple,
Yeah.
okay.
multiple porches.
I thought he moved around like, every-
No, it'll be like, they'd have my porch for like 4 hours, and there'd be 3 bands that perform on my porch. And people would go walk and sit on my lawn and watch the porch, watch the music, which,
Didn't ask to use your bathroom.
no, I'll just have the dogs chase them away, that's all I do. And the hounds.
They try to stagger Come it, on.
Joe, they try to stagger it, so
Yeah.
there's not, like, you may have a porch, maybe 2 or 3 porches, simultaneous bands playing at the same time, but they
You go
try
from
to,
porch to
they
porch.
try to stagger it so you can see as many bands as possible.
He's very ambitious. He has been promoting this for the last 6 months. He figured out his date. I'm glad that they moved the yoga festival to a different date because he wanted the same date they did, and there was a lot going on that day. So Porch Fest is also Salsa Sobro is that night, but that won't impact. He would like to do it. I think it would be good, since everybody has a lot of questions about it, for him to come in, if he can, to the next meeting, and we'll have a resolution prepared for him,
We'll invite him.
and he can talk about it.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, 10.7.
Just so the board knows, I'm trying to make sure that I actually have the insurance for these applications before I bring them to a vote. Because I often end up chasing people for paperwork.
Okay, require they have to have the insurance in place before they
Oh.
apply.
So I can't promise them we put up for a vote if they don't respond.
Okay. That's a fair requirement. We have to have the insurance in place before we approve it, because you shouldn't have to chase people for their documentation. They're getting a favor from us. We're not doing that. We're not getting a favor from them. All right, 10.7, Morgana wants to do the Spirit of Sobro again on October 2nd. It's always a really nice event. They close just a small part of South Broadway.
Well, they want to close also from Depew to Hudson as well.
Yeah, they want to close a little bit longer.
No, a long stretch.
Yeah, a little longer stretch.
Yeah, okay.
Depew to the gas station.
To the gas station. My concern with that is that, what about the post office?
I was gonna say, what about to Butte to Hudson?
They're close, what time is it starting?
And the library.
Yeah,
That's, I mean, if it's later in the evening, I don't see a problem, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, I
when
mean-
to Close it for,
Is it, what's 10.2? Is it a Friday night?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
fine.
last time I didn't think that, when I went, I don't think the library was even open.
The
no.
library's closed by 5.
They're closed by,
At
But it's-
6 on Friday, unless they cut back an hour.
yeah, the post
Usually
office is
6.
until 5:30.
and we don't think people are gonna wanna use that parking lot anyway, cause they're still allowed to use it.
The parking lot behind.
Yeah,
It's 10-2.
But what's the date? I mean, the time frame on here. There's no time frame. What's the-
It's in the.
Oh,
the reason I'm worried about blocking off that parking is that chances are that's probably where people going to Spirit of Sobro will end up parking.
No.
Well, they won't park there if it's closed off.
Right, and I would think we wouldn't want to close that off so that people can park there.
Yeah, I can look
No.
at the smart.
It's like 8 parking spots, 9 parking spaces.
Closer than going to Artipe.
Yeah, but you can also
Yeah,
park on
it
South
is.
Broadway, you just park on South Nine it's free.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is
Yeah.
Friday, when does it get?
I mean, it doesn't.
Okay,
Well, we have
I'm
to
not
close
opposed
a
to
lot
it
earlier
either way,
than the.
The post office may need access out of their driveway.
Wait,
All right, we'll
no.
figure that out, figure that out. All
yeah,
right.
the time.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, never mind.
I'm not so much worried about the library has
The
access,
library's got the back lot anyway.
yeah, well, you can't get up there without, you have to come from the Broadway side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's one
go
way.
go one
Down.
way.
What time are they expecting to start this?
Well, that's what I wanted to try to remember when that closure actually starts and.
It
It's not in
starts
this
like earlier in the
application,
day,
so I
like
have to
late
remember.
afternoon, like
But it would
3
more
or
than
4.
likely conflict with the post office's operations to close that street during business hours. on
Wait, when does the
Friday.
post office close on Friday?
5:30.
5:30.
I mean,
Last
it's not,
time
listen,
wasn't
it's
a
an
problem.
hour of closure, people can walk to the post office, an extra block walk if you know.
So
it's
our-
not- And they can get out, but they can get, don't they have an exit on Hudson?
No, it's one way.
Can't they use it as an exit on Hudson if they have the other net
No,
closed off?
We have to
Yeah.
talk to them about it.
I mean,
It's
like-
one way,
Yeah, it's like a one way in.
yeah.
When you go in from
Alright.
Hudson, you turn
Alright.
in, yeah.
It needs to be managed.
So they
to see if
want
it works.
another block?
I mean,
If they want another block, it might be they have to move it to Sunday.
these are, I think we could,
Sorry.
never mind. We're
Starts
gonna
being
put this on the agenda next week
Let
anyway.
me talk with
Yeah.
the relevant actors and,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can certainly permit them for their usual block. And this is kind of it's a wish, not a necessity to expand it.
Yeah.
All right, what's this last thing? The solar.
This is another solar company that has applied for a peddling or hawking application.
Another one.
Yeah.
To try to get people to install solar arrays on their roofs.
Well, we met with the last one, so we have to meet with this one.
This one, if you wanna meet with them and set that up, I did put in the packet, I asked for their lease terms and then sort of the small print on their agreement, so you can see it. Same as we did with the other guy.
And what, did you read it?
I read it, it seemed reasonable, I don't have any particular criticism of it. I think, for all I know, it's a standard deal. Of,
Well, if we approve the other one, we don't give anybody a monopoly, but
seems like a reasonable thing.
they're in the same business, then.
I thought when we approved the last time, we talked about it, that we would not approve another one. So he's saying that we.
No, I don't think we ever said
Yeah,
that.
I don't recall the board saying that, or I'm not sure where
Okay, so,
you can draw the line legally on that.
yeah, I mean, that's the problem. I mean, I would agree on the only. A condition is that, you know, the Orange Town do not knock stickers, that we have the ability to.
That they respect those, if someone's door is posted for no canvassing, that they respect that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, why don't we set up a Zoom call or something with them for 15 minutes, just so I can ask some questions.
Okay,
I just want to vet, anybody that's gonna be going door to door, I want to vet them, just to get a sense of whether they are, you know, on the level. I like the last guy, he was good.
Yes, he was fine.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like.
He hasn't showed up with your door?
No.
No, they did, I did, I signed up.
Oh, you
I
did?
thought it was
Yeah,
good
they
for
don't
him.
show, we have solar panels already.
It's good for him, so I got
Did
the,
you knock on your door?
he did not, well, I knew him, so, because I'd met him here, so I said, hey, I called him up, I had his number. All right, we have anything else? All right, that's it for.
wait, hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Just when I think I'm out.
The amazing Jeffrey Freeberg is offering to organize a sort of sing-along type event at the Hezekiah Easter Veterans Square Park on Saturday, March 14th.
All right, he needs to have the
For
rest.
an hour and a half.
Saturday, March 14th, Hezekiah Easter Square. All right, this is Jeffrey Friedberg, does the music for life. He just did a sing-in,
Wait, are we not
Last
meeting
week.
before?
we might be, but he probably needs to start preparing for it now.
Oh, okay.
We did it was a sing-along he just did. It was a sing-in it was really a great event.
It's wonderful.
It was wonderful. You were there too? Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. So
You didn't hear me sing?
I did not hear you saying it. I may have been, maybe your ukulele drowned you out. 6 point, we did 31, we did 32, we did 30, this is 34. All right, and we gotta do a better job of getting these things in the packet if we're gonna do them. But he didn't actually know for this one, because Jeffrey just reached out to us middle of the week. All right, resolution 34 to approve the use of Hezekiah Easter Square by Jeffrey Friedberg for a singing event for an hour and a half at some appointed
Starting at
time.
3 p.m. on Saturday, the 14th, with a rain date of Sunday, the 15th,
Okay, with that as the resolution, we'll get down the table.
Second.
March.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Be a fun event.
Alright, hold on, before we do anything else, can we?
What's the,
No. Item number 13, can we get there?
yeah, no, actually, I have to go through the motion.
Fair enough.
Is there anybody for public comment? Is there an executive session? No. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We adjourn. Can we make a note in the minutes? We adjourn in the memory of Dennis Troy. Please put that in the minutes. His memory, good man, did a lot of good for the community. So